Hey guys, today we're going to be breaking down two calculus concepts, the chain rule and the power rule. We're going to look at what the chain rule means, why does it work, and where the chain and power rules are different. First, let's define the chain rule. The chain rule is a formula that's used to differentiate composite functions, where one function is inside of another, and the formula is right there. This basically means that we take the derivative of the outer function first, keeping the inner function the same, and then multiply the derivative of the inner function. That's what the question is asking us. Just an example to explain the meaning of the statement. The composite derivative of a composite function is equal to the derivative of the outer function multiplied by the derivative of the inner function. Here's an example. Our first example, f of x equals x squared plus 3x to the power of 5. Let's say we have this equation. We recognize that this is a composite function because there's something inside of a power. We first identify our inner and outer functions. Our outer function, which is x to the power 5, which then is 5x to the power 4. And our inner function, which we keep the same, x squared plus 3x, which is then just 2x plus 3. After that, we apply the chain rule, which is above, which then gives us 5x squared plus 3x to the power 4 times 2x plus 3. Which then simplified is just, as our final answer, f prime x equals 5x squared plus 3x to the power 4, 2x plus 3. That's our final derivative. Another example we have is f of x equals sine x to the power 3, or x cubed. We recognize that this function is a composite function again because it's inside of another, so we identify our outer and inner functions. Our outer function, which is sine x, which is then cos x, the derivative. Our inner function, which is x cubed, which the derivative is 3x squared. Then we apply the chain rule, which is sine x cubed, which equals cos x cubed times 3x squared, which then gives our final answer of f prime x equals 3x cubed cos x cubed. That's the chain rule. Now we're going to see the power rule. This is the power rule. That's a formula, and it's a basic differentiation rule that we use when the function, function of the form x of n. That's a formula. The question we'll be solving is, would it be true to say the power of a function rule is separate and distinct from the chain rule? Use an example to justify your response. To simply explain the power rule, we bring the exponent down in the front and subtract 1 from the exponent. Example 1, f of x equals x to the power of 5. Like we said before, we bring the exponent down to the front and we subtract 1 from the exponent, which then would give us f prime x equals 5x to the power of 4. You bring the 5 front and then you subtract 1 from the exponent, which our final answer is just 5x to the power of 4. Another example is f of x 3x plus 2, and since it's not a base of just x simply, we have to use the chain rule. So we identify our outer and inner functions again. Our outer function is x to the power 5, which the derivative is just 5x to the power 4. Our inner function, 3x plus 2, which we keep the same, which then just turns into 3. And then we apply the chain rule because remember, it's not a simple base, just as x, which when we plug in, we get 3x plus 2 to the power 4 times 3, with our final answer being f prime x equals 15 3x plus 2 to the power of 4. Thanks for watching.